Friendly Montana. We are so happy you're joining us. Here is a short timeline of our grass or the lawn that Marvin put in. Marvin spent a lot of time putting in this yard. We have an abundance of rocks and we had to go through and remove a lot of those, but the grass is coming up beautifully. Stay tuned for later when I take the boys to Bonner's Ferry for the Memorial Day Parade. We had a lot of fun. Memorial Day is a national holiday here in the United States. It's in honor to all of our service members who died in military service to the nation. It's Memorial Day, and we are spending the day here in Idaho, Bonner's Ferry. And we're waiting on the parade. Are you guys excited for the parade, guys?
Yes.
Watching the parade is so much fun, and also the boys love picking up all that candy that is thrown out to them. Memorial Day is such a beautiful, fun, relaxing holiday, but we don't forget those who gave the ultimate sacrifice that we can enjoy our freedoms today. Well, welcome to our channel. We're the Mullet family, and this is the Kootenai River.
Yep, it starts up in Canada, comes down through Montana, goes over to Idaho, goes back up into Canada, comes down in Washington, joins the Columbia River, then heads to the Pacific Ocean.
Yep. It's in the middle of June. It was hot today, but this evening it is chilly enough to wear a coat. But that's just Montana. Yep, it cools off at night.
Yeah, it does. It cools off quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning we had 33.5 degrees, really close to freezing. And concerning the temperatures and how late we got the garden in, the soil condition, it doesn't look like we're going to get much for the garden this year. I took the time to haul some compost in, planted it. There's a few stuff that's coming up. There's some stuff that I planted in there. So the compost is too rich because of the rocks and time frame. I didn't have time to till it in, so I just spread about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of that compost on there. And I was thinking if I would plant the seeds down, it would have the combination of the soil and the compost. Well, the compost isn't broke down enough. It's too rich. And like I said, there's some stuff that I planted in there. It's too rich. It just laid down and died. So probably gonna be, well, this fall when it's still warm, I want to till it up with the dirt that we have, put a green crop in it, and then till that in next spring, like barley or wheat. And if you till that into the ground, it'll do really, really well next year.
So we are going to try to read some of your comments. And we did not post a video last week. And it's not that that we're not doing things. It's just the kids are out of school and we're just doing family
we're just
things.
Pretty much. I get up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I grab like a cup of coffee, sit on the recliner all day, and it's hard to leave the recliner. No, quite the opposite. I was leaving at 6:15 in the morning and sometimes coming home at like 6:30 at night.
Yep.
So we're burning the candle on both ends with work and everything.
Faye Potts, you said your boys are really getting big and tall and handsome.
Yeah,
I agree
Jerome is
to
taller
that.
than I am.
Yeah.
So I keep telling him that he's taller than me. Why don't I take his role? And he takes the responsibility and takes the brunt of the load, but he just somehow doesn't feel that would be a good deal for him.
He's 15. He'll get there. Also love your garden gate, Marvin. And Mary, you did a great job on your fruit bouquet. I hope your garden grows in abundance. Yes, so do we. Yep.
I have gotten quite a few comments from people who've come over on the arch. I regret not showing how I cut that. I cut it with a chainsaw and a skill saw, and then polished everything off with some really rough sandpaper on a disc grinder. Maybe someday I'll get to make another one and show you guys how I did that. But amazingly, the grass is growing. Like I said, the soil needs some work there. It's forest floor. It's acidic. The grass is kind of coming up and looking a little bit yellow. We did fertilize it, so hopefully it's gonna start boosting here before too long, because we're almost getting into the dry section of July and August. My hope was that it would get established well enough that the roots would be down, it would survive, and then when we get the fall rains, that it would again perk up. And Mary's been watering very diligently. Kind of figured out how much we can water. She runs out in the morning and gives it a sprinkle, probably just enough to give it some hope.
Michael Whitcop, you commented, try using hoop tunnels of plastic sheeting and metal arches. It'll cover against the frost. Sun will keep it warm enough inside, but when it gets hotter, you can pull the plastic back. That way you can keep the size of your greenhouse down, especially if you just need to lengthen the growing season.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that?
We did. The biggest issue I had with it on those small ones that are like 3 foot wide, 3 foot tall, is the wind would blow them. Like they're light enough that the wind would just blow them around and damage a lot of stuff in the garden.
Shelley Joseph, enjoyed watching this video. Dear Mary and Marvin, great work on the gate, Marvin, though you could have got your eldest son to help you in the fencing work.
He did help, but somehow...
He was out there. I just didn't put him in the video. It would have been good training. Yes, we know. Great attempt on the fruit bouquet, Mary. It looks delicious. Looking forward to the next video. Tons of blessings in Christ Jesus.
Belly full of bad berries. Good enough for who it's for. I got that phrase from my mom. She would always say that, and I guess that's where it comes from. My mom always said that. I heard her say that a lot of times.
Belly full of bad berries. Now, who can forget that?
We'd like to
name.
hear how you came up with that name. There's got to be a good story in that.
Good enough for who it's for is going to be my new phrase when it's my turn to cook dinner. Oh my. Hurst Wanda. Looks beautiful, Mary. I add green onion stems over to cover my skews. Make sure it doesn't touch the fruit. Also, maybe stick the kale in around the skewers after you put the skewers in. Keep creating. Practice makes perfect.
The onions can't touch the fruit, huh? So how do you keep those separated when you eat them? Just curious. That's things I think about. Christine Schwartz, I like the way you fenced in your garden and the arch door also stands out. Yes, the fruit bouquet looks yummy and beautiful. Did you use some kind of culture for your flowers? Thanks for sharing.
Did you use some kind of cutter for your flowers? Christine, I did. I used a cookie cutter. Yep.
You should have just told her you're that good.
Oh yes, that would have taken a lot of time and energy that I don't have.
I've gotten a lot of comments on the doors, on the arch and the door and everything on the garden. But then there's the occasional in-law that comes by and says, boy, you just spend so much time on something that's not necessary. Hey, each to his own.
We're standing on rocks, and I'm standing on this rock down here, and I have to balance, so.
Pam Boone, hello Mullet family. Oh my ever goodness, the arch door is gorgeous. Marvin, I want to pinch your nose so bad because you're so talented. 3 smiley faces, kidding. You really are talented. God blessed you so greatly. Mary, yay, your fruit bouquet turned out so cute. Good job, girl. Love it. Ew, I hate your weather. Hate that your weather is not staying warm for your garden. Maybe it will be better. Stay safe, happy, and God bless. Like I've said before, where we're at, I think long-term a greenhouse is going to be the way to grow a garden there with a lot of stuff. Like I said before, yesterday morning, June 13th, we had 33.5 degrees, so.
But that is just normal for here. That is quite normal, is it not?
It's colder than normal.
It's cooler,
But
yeah.
this is the first summer we're at the new place, and like we said before, we're up closer to the mountains, and we have a couple of drainages that the cold air is coming off the snowpack, and it cools off.
I hope you guys enjoyed us going through your comments. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and give us a like.
Stay tuned. One of the next projects is going to be a swing set. Before we had a YouTube channel, I built a swing set on the first property we had in Montana. Going to be pretty close to replicating that. Going to make it a little taller, a little longer. So that's one of the next things. It'll be a couple of swings, a monkey bar, a glider, a sandbox, a little tree tower, and then a slide going off of there. The boys, Emmanuel and Jordan, have been begging me, and I promised them I would build them one like 3 years ago already, and haven't gotten around to it. But every little boy needs a sandbox.
Oh yeah.
So I want to get that started tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the A-frame built, put together. Maybe I can even get the 4 uprights like the tree house. Get that started. The ridge pole, I still have to cut the ridge pole and debark it, sand it down. Yeah, it'll be a project.